So here we are at the state championship race. It's a big crowded race, and everyone gets so excited. Here we go on our first qualifier. Jaden almost whips there, and now Jaden's out in front. I catch up to the girl rider. I am now following behind Jaden. Jaden almost whips there. Good thing Jaden had his wheels straight when he came down. Jaden's still out in front. And we go into the turn. I'm in second place. Almost trying to pass Jaden there. And I couldn't because I had my wheel up. And now we're going on to the rhythm section. This is the last section. Let's see if I pass him. And couldn't quite pass him. He moves to that side. We're coming down to the finish line, and Jaden edges me out. And me and Jaden both qualified to the main end. There's Daddy. And now we're playing trucks. I have the green monster truck. That's my favorite truck.
Okay, here we are in the main race. We're going to do some real technical analysis here and really get to see what happens in this race. All right, they take off. Dylan gets crowded immediately a little bit from the left side. You see this rider move just a little bit to this way. Dylan moves over, trying to stay away from him, try to stay clear. He's doing all right. He's still got some space. Over here we see Gustav, Dylan's friend, Jaden, Dylan's friend, and Dylan, and they are ready to ride together and having a great start. All right, Dylan keeps heading down the line. He's down the left side when right there, this rider starts moving to the outside. That is perfect for Dylan. We see Dylan continue, and as he does, he has now got nice clear track in front of him, heading straight towards that turn. So does Jaden, so does Gustav, and our three riders are looking great. They are all clear, heading straight towards the turn. As they continue along here, we see an interesting thing. Dylan is heading straight into the turn, exactly the way he's been coached to, and the other two riders that are pretty even with him, that's these two riders here, are headed, both of them, towards the outside. They're both taking a very wide route up and high into the turn. That gives Dylan great position. He heads right into the turn, right behind Jaden, and these two riders here, who were even with him, have gotten themselves way up high on the track and are actually interfering with each other a little bit, leaving lots of room for Jaden and Dylan and Gustav to head right into the turn, 1, 2, 3, and there they go into the turn. Switching to Dylan's view, we see the rider to his right just disappear as Dylan pulls in front of him. That rider is high, Dylan's low. He's taking the shortcut. He's going right around the center of the turn. He's probably blocking out that rider a little bit too, which is great. And now they head around the turn, up the first jump. And as they do, Jaden, who's directly in front of Dylan, you can see he gets high and comes down with his wheel crooked. He's a little bit off balance. He comes down, puts his wheel down, tries to catch himself, is unable to gain himself back on control, and goes down really hard right in front of Dylan. Takes a tumble. Dylan manages to swerve to his right and avoid Jaden. Jaden went down hard. He turned out to be okay later on. It was pretty scary. Now looking at it from the other angle, we see Jaden go down really hard with Dylan following right behind him. Dylan is able to swerve just in time to avoid Jaden. Now the other riders, this rider who was in third place and this rider who were in fourth place, have to avoid Jaden. The first rider towards the bottom moves forward and Jaden is right in front of him, so he loses all of his speed. This guy right here is now almost stopped. He's having to slow way down and go around Jaden. Meanwhile, the outside rider here isn't blocked at all, doesn't lose any speed, and carries forward straight through, passes the third place rider, accelerates, and is now chasing Dylan. Dylan, in the meantime, lost some speed going around Jaden, probably lost a little bit of concentration. As you can imagine, it's pretty shocking to see your friend go down in such a tumble and take such a hard fall. But with all that said, we're still only about halfway around the track, and we've got a lot of racing still to go. Dylan is heading down the third straightaway. The other rider is right behind him, continuing to gain. Dylan is moving into the final turn. The other rider is right behind him. Looks like Gustav's has run away with it. He's going to the finish by himself. Dylan has got this other rider right on top of him. The other rider is trying to pass him. Dylan's never been passed in a race. They come to the finish. We can't quite see the tires. We're not sure what happened. The other dad seems to think that his son won. There's some debate between the dad and the official over who got second place. The official has headed back to the starting line to find out who's got second place. She's talking to the starter, and
Yes!
looks like Dylan got it. Second place goes to Dylan. There's the number 2 card. There continues to be some debate. The father and so forth talking. Dylan's not too concerned about that. He goes off to get his trophy. He's got his trophy, and now there's only one thing left to do. That's get set up and take a great picture with the number 1 and number 2 finishers, Dylan and Gustav. Gustav number 1, Dylan number 2, with their awesome trophies. Great racing, guys. And there's Jaden. Jaden went down hard. He is a great rider, he's a great friend, and he turned out to be okay, and we look forward to seeing a lot of Jaden on the track. He's fun to race with and really a gentleman rider.